Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Niana C, and today I thought we'd go ahead and start a little mini series on Banished. This is vanilla, so let's go ahead and get started here. Get everything pulled up. Let's see. So the world that we're playing in here is named Josephine. Currently early spring, and we currently have 8 adults and 9 children, so quite a few children there. I do also like to have the event log pulled up in the corner here just to see when we're low on resources or whenever someone dies or a child was born. Just nice to see what's going on. And then the professions I also like to keep up as well. So we currently have the 8 laborers. They'll be the ones that are cutting down the wood and getting stone and iron. So that's really helpful. I'll go ahead and assign 3 of them to be builders. So once we start placing down buildings, they can go ahead and get started on that right away. They will act as laborers until they do have a job to do though, so that's helpful. So when I get started, I like to go ahead and get a stockpile and a storage barn location started here. So let's go ahead and grab those, if I can find it. There we go. Okay, and from looking at the map here, let's actually grab the map, small little icon. Let's see, so we currently have just a little lake here, one over here, and then the main stream, kind of almost in the middle, which is pretty nice. So that will do. Just looking at that, I just want to go ahead and get everything placed just accordingly to where the water is, because when I do start, this is the hard mode version, so we don't actually have any crops to start with, so that makes it a bit difficult, but that's all right. We do have fishing docks that we can use, so that is I would say the primary resource right now when it comes to food. So I do like to plan my storage barn and stockpile pretty close to that area, so we'll probably take advantage of this stream right here. So I'll go ahead and just place them down probably about here and grab the storage barn and just place it right next to it, and I'm gonna pause that because it's not a high priority at the moment. We do have this little storage cart with the items we start with, food, firewood, tools, and some clothing. So we don't necessarily need the storage barn right away. We do want to get that up and running at some point, but at the moment the little storage cart here will do. And then let's go ahead and assign some trees, stone, and iron to be removed so that they can start getting that, and we can go ahead and after that go ahead and get some buildings started as well. I do again want to do the fishing dock. That will be the highest priority because that will be the main source of food at the moment. So let's go ahead and place that down over here. Just kind of like to have things lined up a little bit, probably right there. Okay, and I'll just leave that unpaused so that they can get started on that right away. And then let's go ahead and run this. We'll get their tools and get started on collecting resources. And let's go ahead and start planning out the rest of the buildings. So here we'll want a woodcutter, so we'll go ahead and we'll keep that near the stockpile, since that's essentially where they're going to be running to, between the woodcutter and the stockpile, back and forth there. So we'll go ahead and put that. And I'm going to go ahead and pause that right now. I know they're trying to work on that right away, but we do want that fishing dock up and running first. And then let's also find a place for the blacksmith here. Maybe back here. I do want like a little too wide path between these buildings, just kind of trying to plan in advance for expanding and all that. So let's go ahead go ahead and prioritize all that there so we can hopefully get that running. And we do want to get housing down, of course, as well. So let's find a good place for that. Let's see. Maybe just over here for now. We'll go ahead and get started on it. And we'll just do 2 wide there. And 2 down. That's good. 3 houses there. Okay. And they're currently building up the fishing dock here. Get that going. Almost done. Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and assign 3 people on that right away. So we can go ahead and start getting food. And of course, the distance here is pretty nice since it's right within the town. I do tend to re-roll the map if the stream or a lake are not very close, since they would have to walk pretty far distance at the beginning, since I don't leave storage barns everywhere right away, because that does take up quite a few resources. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and unpause the woodcutter here. And we do also want to get a gatherer's hut. Let's find a good location for that. We want to keep the yellow ring out of the city area, since this will be where they're collecting resources, and in the city there would be not as many resources since we're going to be using a lot of that space. So let's go ahead and just throw that right here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and prioritize that. Looks like they're already working on it though, so that's good. And let's see. They're still gathering, which is good, but they are running out of trees, so let's go ahead and have them plan on grabbing some more trees here. Can never have enough wood. And it looks like the woodcutter is done now. Great. So we'll go ahead and assign someone there, and we'll leave the fuel limit at 200 right now. They don't really need to have an infinite amount of firewood at the moment, since the town is still pretty small. Grab those. Okay, cool. And it looks like they're starting on the housing over here. Okay, great. Oh, quite a big family moving in there with 3 children and 2 adults, or, well, I guess almost adults. They're considered adults in this game anyway. Let's see. I want to go ahead and increase the priority on the gatherer's hut here, because that will again be another source of food that we'll definitely need, since it looks like they're probably taking quite a bit. Yeah, 500 potatoes almost. Yeah, I do notice that I don't know if it's in all versions, if it's easy, medium, and hard, but whenever I play hard, it seems like they definitely go through a lot more food and resources a lot quicker than usual, in my opinion anyway. I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems like that. They definitely hoard a lot of food, which is kind of unfortunate when, you know, you have so many people to feed. Okay, great. So we have another house here. So we have 1 more house to build there, and then it looks like we have 8 people still homeless, so we're gonna need another house. Let's see. So let's go ahead and throw this one over here. So once we get the, what is this? The blacksmith. I forgot the name there. Once we get that up and running, we can go ahead and have someone hopefully living right next to it, so they don't have to travel a distance to get to work. So throw that there, and we are getting to work here on the gatherer's hut. And I'd like to get hopefully all the houses and everything up and running before winter here, so no one freezes to death, ideally. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. And they should be hopefully bringing all their resources. Looks like we have enough wood and stone for them to bring all that immediately. Oh, and we have another. Oh, we have two more adults now, which is great. More hands to do work. And good timing too, since we'll need some more people to be on the Gatherer's Hut. Let's go ahead and pause that and assign 3 people. Great. And now we want to go ahead and finish the housing here. So let's go ahead and prioritize that since it is now late autumn. Oh, and they're already having children. Just had a little boy there. I typically do play with mods, and one of the mods is allows all of the people to only age 1 year at a time. So instead of the vanilla here, I think it's like 5 years in for the age 5 years for every 1 year in game. The mod, can't even remember what it's called. I think it's like 1 year for 1 year or something like that. So they'll only age 1 year at a time, so it's more accurate, and it does slow down the whole process of how many people are being born and how quickly the town is growing, which I think is kind of nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on this other house. Since it's now early winter, we definitely want to get all the houses built. So we have 3 people there. We have 5 people that are homeless, so hopefully we can get that done real quick. And now we only need 2 builders at the moment. So we're gonna go ahead and assign 1 other person to the fishing dock so we have everyone working on that. Okay, great. And now we have all of our houses filled. And no one is gonna freeze to death this winter, so that's great. Okay, and let's see, we do have not a whole ton of resources now, but still pretty decent amount. They are using quite a bit, but let's go ahead and see if we can get the blacksmith going. We are now down to 6 tools, so they do go pretty quickly, so you want to make sure to get that started as soon as you can. They do slow down in productivity pretty significantly if they don't have any tools. And looks like we are still having children and additional laborers. So let's go ahead and throw in a couple rows, and can't do that one very far, but just work around that, I guess, for now. And like I said, I do like to do 2 wide roads. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. Okay, and let's see, we're still struggling with food, so let's maybe see about getting a hunting cabin thrown in here as well. I like to go ahead and throw that by the Gatherer's Hut. Just, let's see, probably want it this way. Just keep it away from the town a little bit more. There's one. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool, so we are definitely getting some mushrooms, onions, roots, and fish as well. And we are currently full on firewood, which is good. So that will kind of let us collect more logs and get other things up and running here. And the woodcutter can act kind of as a laborer, since they currently don't have any work to do at the moment. So that will kind of help us get more resources going. And we will want to get, let's see here. Herbalist, there we go. Forgot the name there. So we will want to get one of these as well, because you can see up here the average health of citizens is now 4 instead of 5 hearts. This kind of helps to get herbs, and people will go here to get better, I guess, if they're not feeling too good. So we want to go ahead and get that thrown in there as well. If you wait too long on that, the health will deteriorate pretty quickly. You don't want that. So, and it does look like we now have 4 laborers, so we are getting along here. Hopefully we can go ahead and get these things up and running pretty quickly here. Yeah. They are getting the resources thrown here. So we'll get someone on blacksmith. Now we are down to 1 tool. So that goes, like I said, pretty quickly. So we want to get this up and running as soon as possible. Just looks like they're almost done there. Now we just need to get that built. And let's see, we are doing a bit better on food now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of stabilizing out a bit. And let's see. Doing alright on storage here. Okay, cool. So we got that up and running. Let's go ahead and get someone assigned. So we'll make iron tools out of log and iron here. We currently don't have coal to make the steel tools. So that's alright though. Nothing wrong with that. As long as we're getting tools, and you can already see there's several people now who do not currently have a tool, so we want to get them tools as soon as possible. And let's go ahead and just make sure that they're working on these. Okay, cool. So everyone now has a tool again. And we really just need to focus on getting food at the moment. Again, the fishing dock and the gatherer's hut are really important, but we definitely need to get more things going here, so hopefully they can get the hunting cabin done pretty quickly as well. Looks like they're working on the herbalist here, which is pretty important as well, but definitely need food. So let's go ahead and throw 1 person on there. They'll go ahead and collect herbs too. Okay, cool. And let's go ahead and throw 3 people on there so we can start hunting and getting some more food. Alright, and let's go ahead and unpause the storage barn as well. We'll go ahead and get that started. Long there since the stockpile is right next to it. Cool. And then we just need to get that built. We definitely need to get more housing as well. We have a bunch of adults here now. They're all still living in these housing. I just want to make sure we're good on food and other resources before we start allowing people to have their own house and take all the resources. And I do want to go ahead and get rid of this. It will say we don't have anything at the moment, but as long as they go ahead and empty that out, we'll be good. So you can see they'll start throwing everything in this big storage barn. And I want to get rid of this cart. And I'll just throw a road here. Alright, and so that looks good. So, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and stop here for today. Next time we will look into getting more housing, hopefully get a little market going here as well, and hopefully getting the trader up and running. We'll just need to make sure to get some resources so we can trade. But yeah, not too bad. We are looking pretty good on food now, and we do have some resources. Got tools going here. We do need to get clothing, which we'll do eventually as well. But yeah, not too bad. So this is our little start here, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, thanks.